I'm Georgia Dow and I'm a psychotherapist, and right now we're going to go into how do you really know who someone is. This is really important before you date someone, if you're going to become really close friends with someone, to figure out what are their base level characteristics, what are these character traits, and especially if you're dating, you want to figure these out sooner rather than later because time is of the essence and none of us have time to waste. And so say that you do not want to date someone that has anger management problems or that is overly anxious because maybe that will have a difficult issue with your own anxiety. It is better to know than not to know. Pay attention to when they don't think anyone is watching or their guard is down. Right away when you first meet someone, not a fair assessment because they're probably relatively nervous or they're masked up. Pay attention to what are all of those micro expressions. When are they furrowing their brow, or which might mean that they're confused or they don't like that, or did they move back? I don't like this. Or did I move forward? I'm very interested in what you are saying. These are little tiny tips and tricks, and I'll do a whole video on micro expressions on its own, but of what does this person like and not like? How does this person treat those that they do not like? Oof. Exes, old bosses, ex-friends, people that have hurt them and gotten them angry. Do they treat them with respect? Class still? Or do they scorch earth on them? Do they share all of their secrets? Are they trying to destroy them? Because remember, you just might be this person on the other end in a month or so. Be careful. Do not go into that fairy tale that no, I am different. They're going to treat me differently though. They probably won't. How are they under pressure when they're angry, upset, or stressed? We're all really great when it's sunny and warm and fabulous and everything is working smoothly. All of us are not at our best when we're really angry or really frustrated, so it's not a fair assessment of everything. But if I start throwing things, if I start becoming irate, there may be an underlying issue that I should be dealing with, and if you become irate or really, really angry, perhaps you should work on that because you can totally treat it, and it may not be something that you want to deal with, which is completely fair. How do they treat those that they may see as lower than them on the hierarchy? Perhaps they're a boss. How do they treat the people that work underneath them? If they're at a restaurant, how do they treat the work staff that is at that restaurant? If they treat them exceptionally disrespectfully, this may be an underlying issue that they have hierarchy issues, that they believe that they are better than someone else because of their position or their title or their car. And you probably wouldn't see that because if they're wanting to date you or go into a business partnership, then they're going to treat you really good because they want something from you. But when they don't, and they might see you as less than, that's a really big sign. Do you want to date someone that treats people, one is that they see themselves as better than other people, and then they treat them poorly. Here's an interesting one. Do they really not care about what you have to say? Does this entire conversation revolve around them? They may have some narcissistic personality traits. So one cool way to figure out if you're dating someone that might have some narcissistic traits is that when you talk about yourself, they start to drone off and withdraw and become distracted because they don't really care. And then a cool trick is just to ask them about themselves, and they perk right up and go again towards you, and they're interested and animated. Another thing is that they may not ever ask you a question about you. They may be really happy to go on and on about themselves and the things that they're interested about, talking about how intelligent or fabulous or how cool this was, and you feel like you might not even need to be there. Any other placeholder would have been fine because they really enjoy the sound of their own voice. When you tell a story, they do the one-up thing. Oh God, please don't do the one-up thing. Everyone hates that. So you talk about how you went sailing and they talk about how they sailed across the world. You talk about how you enjoy fishing and they talk about the time when they got the biggest blue marlin and won the competition. It's suddenly every story has to be about what they did. Is the one thing that this person is most interested in about your title, your money, your car, the way that you look? Do you want someone that is going to be your business partner or the person that you date or the person that you work with? all they care about are superficial things. Because let's just be honest, you're not your car, you're not your title, you're not what you drive. Really, you are your personality. All of those other things can come and go. But if the first thing that they ask you is, what is your height, or what is your shape, or what job do you have, or how much money do you make, perhaps that is the only thing that they care about, and it's not really about you. And then, are they only wound up about drama? Is every single story a dramatic reading of what happened in their day? Again, this will eventually become about you. Remember, whatever this person does to others will be the same thing that they will do to you. Now, I'll just put a little caveat. If you're really close besties with someone, then you may have the rules of this is just between us, and they may be trustworthy, and then you can completely trash the world and they'll keep your secrets. This is someone that you just met. That might be something that you want to be cautious about. Have you just met them and you are already their best friend? They may have an attachment issue then, and they may become too close, too needy, too soon. If they are already creating a relationship where they've already planned out your kids and your marriage and everything that's there, and they're going to run it all, and you've only met 10 minutes ago, that might be a little bit too close, too soon. And if this is you, you might have an attachment issue, which is completely treatable, not the easiest thing to treat. It does take a little bit of time, and you'll want to work that out. Because you may notice that you get overly attached and people then push away, and then you go through that pain of hurt and rejection. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Words are really easy. It's very easy to text or tell someone the most wonderful, fabulous things. It's hard to maintain that if it is not the truth. You want to see someone for who they truly are, and that is much better exhibited through actions than words. We're a mixture of many different things, and I wouldn't want my behaviors to be judged only on when I am at my worst. But that does show a baseline of my behavior that perhaps when I am first meeting someone, I'm probably not going to be wearing on my sleeve. We all wear masks, and that's normal and okay. But if you are going to get in a very close relationship with someone, or even as business partners, you're going to want to know who are they when they take off that mask. So these are just a few signs that you can look out for and see if this is the type of person that you would want to date, work for, do business with, or not, to let you know who someone really is. If you liked this video, go check out some of my other videos, or please subscribe. Thank you so much.